Hi, I'm Eric and this is Trudy, my partner. We're at Carfrae Farm in East Lothian.
We're quite off the beaten track, so we're very well served and very well supported by our local community, who we feel, I think, Eric, that we're valued by them. We have a huge range of local products in the shop. East Lothian really is a hotbed with an amazing number of local producers. Many of them have got Great Taste Awards, so why would we not stock them in the shop? This is a washer, bottle washer. We received funding for a milk refill machine, which has been a huge success in the local community. And it's just lovely. We get milk from Yester Dairy, which is 5 miles away, and we have glass bottles, which was also funded by Tyne Esk, and people get their milk filled in the glass bottles and have lovely fresh milk in their fridge. It's so nice to have one less bit of plastic there. Part of our funding was also from Tyne Esk and the Scottish Government to have the the milk machine, wrapped in a cow print. So the milk machine was originally funded by Tyne Esk the previous year, and this year we've received funding to have it wrapped. And this is the final product. We think it's absolutely marvellous. We love it. Eric's just doing a little demo on how to get your milk, and which you can do yourself, or we're always happy to help people as well when they're in the shop. We also got funding for signage round and about the farm, and we also got signage to put onto our farm truck. So we've noticed an uptake on our online orders, from which we think is from the truck, because we've now got this beautiful signage on the truck. It's also on the tailgate. So as we're moving around, people we assume are getting the details from the truck, which has increased our sales. Signage that we've received is, for example, you can see the snug, and we've got other signs round and about for the names of the cottages at the entrance to the farm, and that's helping people find us. And we've also had a lot of people commenting on how the signage looks very professional. We've been delighted with the feedback and the signage, which also obviously just makes it easier for people to navigate around the farm.
Because we were, as everybody was, facing into the energy crisis 2 or 3 years ago and thinking we need to do something about this, but what? And we came across thermal imaging and actually see where your house is losing heat. You can see where it's going, and then you can do something about it.
So that was the Tyne Esk funding originally was to scale out this community heat team concept, to purchase cameras, moisture meters, velocimeters, and various other central assets to distribute to these teams. And we've taken the funding and we've gotten in training with your time and helped to further build out the online training platform, which you've worked a lot on. And we now at this point, I think the community heat team idea is a cohesive, scalable thing, and that wasn't the case until recently. Thanks to the Tyne Esk funding, we've been able to scale out to 7 communities across the Lothians, starting with the community heat team model from Sustainable West Linton. We're still early days on that, and it's been quite a quick funded project, and so we've laid the foundation for years to come. So with any project, you set outcomes at the beginning, and then there are unintended positive and negative and neutral consequences. For example, in East Lothian, we've got over 80 climate action organizations that are part of the East Lothian Climate Action Network. Some of them are very mature and have been around for a long time, and some of them are just getting started. We paired up some of the more mature climate organizations with some of the fledgling new climate organizations. We were able to pair these two up, and they could therefore learn from each other, and the more mature organizations could help the new organizations to get started, to get up to a certain point where they're able to take on the community heat team project. So that's been a great unintended consequence.
Getting funding from Tyne Esk kind of really came about through a member. We were looking for funding to make a real change to the clubhouse. We've set a kind of club goal of creating a kind of inclusive, sustainable space for all our members, our visitors and our patrons, and upgrading the windows was something that was top of the agenda. We had some damage and we really wanted to change them out for double glazing, to be more energy efficient, to create a warmer space, just generally to create a nicer place for the clubhouse.
Previously you couldn't actually see through the windows because they were all like burst inside and they were a bit foggy, and it just wasn't a really very nice place to hang out. Sorry everyone at the club, but I would like to think that we'll be able to use this room better. We can use that more for viewing, for watching the cricket, for birthday parties, for social events, for people to come and host things in here, and it's much easier to sell a place as a nice venue when it's a nice, warm, welcoming atmosphere. So ideal. I'm delighted because this is making my job much easier in making the place a really warm and welcoming place. So
one of our biggest programs this year that we'll be installing is disability cricket, so we're looking at upgrading the clubhouse to make it more accessible.
Although we have a mobile ramp, we would actually like to redo the front of the building so it was more accessible for people with wheelchairs.
Same with our bathroom space. Basically just making the clubhouse a place for everyone to enjoy cricket, everyone to enjoy sport and kind of just have a nice time.
Even having the club as a more welcoming space, and with particular mention with the function room that's next door where we're going to have a social evening on tonight.
Start of the season, so we always have a few fundraisers before the season just to put some money in the coffers, if you like. So tonight there'll be, I think, 10 teams will be here, so there'll be about 50 people playing the quiz night.
Everyone's going to be airdropping.
Really has changed a lot in the past 5 years that I've been involved in the club here, and then just want to make it better and open it to the community, as you say, to get more members and have more adults coming and joining the place. Doesn't have to be about watching the cricket, even just come and enjoy the space.
And we had really intended on just creating a nicer clubhouse, and outside of that it's created a great environment for our members, and we're so grateful to Tyne Esk for doing so. So yeah, fantastic.
Children that come to us from East Lothian schools that have not found the classroom an easy place. So the whiteboard has been really useful, not only for myself and other trainers to deliver what the kids sometimes would regard as quite boring stuff, but it also means that they can have a go on the whiteboard as well, so they can do drawings and we can write stuff on the board, and it has actually made the classroom, well, the training room, much more interactive and very useful for engaging the pupils. We're an SQA accredited centre. It means that we have an awful lot of information which we're obliged to give over to the SQA, and being able to record that efficiently has been an absolute godsend. What the funding has enabled us to do with the iPads, mainly the iPads when it comes to training, being able to take photographs and store information while doing the job has enabled us to deliver almost twice as much training, and it has freed up our trainers to look at the design of the courses more, and then it's made the courses more interesting for the kids because we've got more time training and designing courses as opposed to recording what we've done. In essence, what we're expecting is more efficient ways of recording. What we didn't think it would lead to is actually giving us more time to make the courses more interesting for kids, which is not what we intended the technology for, but it is as a side shoot, a great flower bud of what has happened as a result of freeing up more time. Incredibly grateful to the Tyne Esk for all the technology that's been that has come to the Ridge, and on behalf of the trainers and all other members of staff and all the kids that have been able to use the technology or have benefited from technology over the last year and a half. It's a big thank you, because it's really made our course, evolved our courses, and made it more interesting. So thank you.